Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Blizzcon 2010. We are going to host for you an amazing match right now. I'm Artosis, alongside me, Tasteless and Day 9, and we are about to watch Boxer against FruitDealer.
I mean, I absolutely just blew out Artosis and my brother's mic because this is a fanboy's dream come true. Boxer, the legend himself, against FruitDealer, the man who made Zerg seem possible.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about Boxer a little bit. This guy is actually the legend of esports, not just Starcraft, not just Korea. He is the legend of esports. If you don't know who Boxer is, let's tell you. I mean, this guy, he was the best player in the world for so long. He's so respected, helped build up the esports scene in Korea.
He's one of the big reasons that this is able to happen today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have anything to add?
You know, it's so great to have Boxer here. He's coming over to Starcraft 2. When somebody like Boxer comes to Starcraft 2, that really shows us it's the next big step. He's saying Starcraft 2 is just as good, if not better, than Starcraft 1. And this is so good for esports. And guys, give Boxer a round of applause, please. SlayerSBoxer. Hey, let's talk about FruitDealer.
All right. Well, FruitDealer, this guy, he used to be a Starcraft 1 pro gamer. Touching story. He was very good going...
But that wasn't actually the touching story part. That's touching, yeah.
He was actually quite good, an old pro gamer on the old Estro team, and then he had to quit because his father was sick. He had to sell fruit. And now he's come back for StarCraft 2, and the best Zerg in the world just won the GSL. Tell us a little bit about him, Tasteless.
Well, look, in the final 8 of the GSL, which Artosis and I cast at gomtv.net if you're interested in watching more StarCraft, there was only one Zerg in the final 8, and everybody was saying, well, there's no way a Zerg is going to win this tournament. And then somehow he managed to take out every single opponent all the way to the finals where he played Hope Torture, which many of you may know is Into the Rainbow. He took him out 4-1, completely dominated him, and he's basically considered the best StarCraft 2 player in the world. So we have the best StarCraft 2 player currently of all time versus the best StarCraft 1 player of all time, undisputably.
I know, I'm so excited. I mean, the clash of styles is going to be insane because during a time when people were struggling with Zerg, FruitDealer showed us that everyone was just playing the game wrong, and when he won convincingly. I mean that seriously because the game's new, the ideas haven't been fleshed out, but he just has such innovative, aggressive play and always seems to have 1,000 more drones than he should. And of course, Boxer, the micro master, the strategist who, no matter how far behind he seems, can always seem to pull a miracle.
Wow.
Are we ready?
We have to go.
I don't want to talk about this. I think we need to start the game. Guys, make some noise!
First map is going to be Lost Temple. Cliff, definitely going to be a little scary for FruitDealer to worry about, but he's always overcome that before.
Over here at the top right, as a red Zerg, the finest dealer of fruit in the world, FruitDealer. Over here at the bottom left, they actually call him the Emperor in Korea. He is SlayerSBoxer. I cannot believe I'm actually commentating this right now. This is so cool. All right, so right now, FruitDealer, he's going to check the region up here. If you could follow me on the screen. Right over here to this expansion. He's going to find out Boxer's not there. That means there's only going to be 2 other locations, here or here. Meanwhile, Boxer, it looks like he's going to, SlayerSBoxer rather, he's going to wall into this case and play it safe in this game.
Yeah, he is. And Boxer, he's going to want to wall in because we probably aren't going to see a lot of units out of him early. He likes to do more tricky things. He'll probably tech up a little bit more and use his micromanagement to do something to FruitDealer.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of funny to think that even my brother and I, when we were in like 7th and 8th grade, we're watching videos of Boxer going, wow, he can be that good. And here he is on the stage again. Looks like a barracks is going down, has enough space to plant an add-on. Could be going for a very fast Tech Lab Reaper opening. Could be going for a very fast Reactor Double Hellion opening.
Certainly a possibility. Here we see the drone. Now, here's basically the way that you want to view a Terran versus Zerg, is that the Zerg is always supposed to be ahead in expansions. Just like, you know, an insect hive or like a virus. They're supposed to be growing and consuming the map. So a Terran or a Protoss, if the game is pretty even, the Terran should be usually behind. So what Terrans do to try to damage the Zerg early on is they'll try to do something to stop that expansion or delay drones from being made there. And that's probably what we should expect to see from SlayerSBoxer in this game.
Now you see, FruitDealer has already made his hatchery before his spawning pool even, and that is something that he always does. He loves to go hatchery first, even before the recent patches that slowed down Terran aggression. It's something he's very comfortable with, and it's going to give him a great economic edge on Boxer.
And there's the drone right now inside SlayerSBoxer's base, moving around. He's going to try to see as much as he can. He sees the tech lab. He knows that there is a Reaper coming, and there indeed Boxer's throwing it down. Great opening by Boxer. Reapers are high on gas but low on money, so Boxer can always get the chance to do a fast expansion. But there's the bunker going down at the front of his base. And look at FruitDealer calmly sending just 2 drones to repel this.
That's right, but there is another SCV there, and he's just repairing that SCV. He definitely wants to put on some more pressure, but he needs a Marine up there to help out.
He's sending a Reaper over here. He's going to try to finish this bunker. The drone's trying to take out the SCV that is constructing the bunker. The bunker's getting close to getting done. He's controlling his SCVs really well.
And
it's getting close. Is he going to finish the bunker?
Oh my goodness. Saves the SCV. Absolutely unbelievable. And here is the Reaper. Goes in the bunker.
And it looks like you will not be able to repair it in time. He unloads. Goodbye, Reaper. And oh my God, brilliant play by FruitDealer. So often players are panicked. They try to prevent the bunker rush from ever happening. FruitDealer lets it go down. He gets the free bunker kill, the Reaper kill, and always has these 2 SCVs on the run.
Now the Reaper, of course, he can jump up and down hills, and it's quite fast as well, so these Zerglings have no chance. FruitDealer's going to go ahead and retreat. And over here, we see that FruitDealer's going to go ahead and go to a Roach Warren. Artosis, what does this mean?
Well, he's going for the Roach Warren to just hold off any early aggression. Because he went for a fast expansion, he has no gas to get Zergling speed, therefore he can't catch the Reapers. This is just going to make him go for Roach as a ranged unit, and that's going to be able to defend him from any more harassment.
FruitDealer taking out 1 drone. And as you can see, Boxer is actually expanding now. So he's using the Reaper, which is pressuring his opponent in the base to distract him from this expansion here.
And if we look in Boxer's base, we see 2 additional barracks being thrown down. But most importantly, at that Tech Lab barracks, we see Stim getting researched. He will be able to put a little bit more pressure on Leaf Marines in a moment, but still 2 Reapers poking around in the base, just trying to keep Zerg on his feet. Looks like he's moving down. 1 drone does fall. He's going to get a 2nd drone. Yes, he does, but he loses 1 Reaper in the process. Not a big lead by Boxer, but again, enough to just keep Zerg distracted.
Now, remember that unlike Terran and Protoss, Zerg make basically all of actually they literally make all of their units from 1 building, the hatchery. So if you kill his drones, he has to remake the drones, and that means he's not making attacking units. So that's why you see Terran players focus fire drones early on.
Now, I really like this play by Boxer, going for a few early Reapers, not even just 1. Since the Reaper got a little bit of a balance change recently, they haven't been as used. But look at this, Roaches attacking into Boxer, but he finishes the bunker, and we'll be able to hold him off, but they will delay his mining a little bit.
Now, the Roaches are much stronger than the Marines. The Marines have to retreat to the bunker. The Marines move back. But look, he currently has position over here. He's not mining from the minerals. That's what this entire game is about, is gathering resources. This expansion is useless until Boxer can reclaim it.
And it looks like 1 Marauder is moving down, doing a good bit of damage. Very nice range on those Marauders. Ooh, another SCV kill for that Roach. And Boxer pulling back, picking the Roaches off 1 at a time. Boxer has re-secured his expansion, but he's going to have to put on a lot of pressure soon. Ooh, very, very, very tenuous defense there by Boxer, but he always has just enough.
Now, right now, we see that FruitDealer is going for a really cool strategy. He's made a lot of Roaches, and this is scaring Boxer into making Marauders. At the same time, he's upgrading Zergling speed, which is the counter to Mass Marauders. So if he can force Boxer to making too many Marauders, suddenly he pumps out a bunch of Zerglings, and Boxer is not going to be able to do anything aggressive.
Looks like we got a Baneling's Nest coming on the way here. Banelings, very strong against Marines, not so strong against Marauders. If you've played at any Starcraft 1, think of them as purchasing a Scarab from a Reaver that you can control. And it looks like Boxer's going to move out here. I don't know if FruitDealer's prepared. Timing attack.
There's the scan. He sees that there's just 1 half-done spine crawler. There's the Stim. He's going to move in. The Queen is vulnerable. He's going to be able to pick off the Queen. He's moving in, picking off drones. There is absolutely no defense from FruitDealer.
And it looks like he's going to kill these roaches. The drone's coming up to battle. This is SlayerSBoxer using his micro against his opponent. Beautiful timing attack, and FruitDealer is in a lot of trouble.
It looks like some more Lings are coming out here. He's got to try to surround these ranged units, and they're doing a pretty good job. Drones. Remember, Zerg units move faster on creep, so he doesn't want to get too far off the creep. He's going to get slowed down here. Looks like FruitDealer, somehow, I can't quite explain it, has actually managed to hold up this attack for the time being. More Lings come out. Boxer may have overextended himself. FruitDealer now chasing him back down towards his expansion. Don't forget about this expansion up here. This is very important, very difficult for Terran to get access to.
Yeah, really, really love this play by FruitDealer. That is what makes a good Zerg player good, the player who knows just how long he has to wait to make units. And even though that looked absolutely terrible for FruitDealer, for a moment we can see that FruitDealer is ahead on resources, has 70 food of units versus 57 from Boxer. Boxer doesn't really have any infantry left. He can't attack. And that key expansion at the north is up and operational.
Look at this now. He has roaches and banelings making, and, well, no baneling speed quite yet, but this is a very deadly army. Anything that clumps up to try to kite the roaches, the banelings are going to deal significant splash damage to him. So right now, we are really seeing FruitDealer play his style, where he gets a lot of units out and then just expands everywhere, gets his upgrades going, and Boxer's going to have to do something pretty soon here, or FruitDealer is going to pull way ahead.
From what I can tell, it looks like FruitDealer is going to stay at tier 2. In other words, that means he's going to be sticking with the layer tech for the time being, trying to get as much of the map as possible, doing exactly what a good Zerg player would do. Looks like SlayerSBoxer is going to move out again, and he's going to try. He stims and runs for it. He sees it's a trap. That could have been bad.
It's kind of funny that, you know, generally Stim is used to micro, but he saw the banelings and went, no, I'm gonna get back home as fast as possible. But this is a very weird play by Boxer right now, opening up with a lot of barracks and suddenly slamming down 3 factories. And as we can see, he has that armory finish, starport coming, 2 Thors coming out. And if I'm FruitDealer in this spot, I am expecting more infantry. I am preparing for it. Mech's gonna keep me thrown way off.
Yeah, that's right, and the banelings are really primarily for killing Marines. They aren't going to be very useful against Thors, but look at this, he's going to attack into this. The Thor on the ledge makes FruitDealer turn around, just testing the limits of what Boxer has, and that's going to give him a lot of information. He knows now that there are Thors out, and he has to be careful on exactly how many banelings he makes.
Looks like he's got some more depots coming up here. For the time being, Boxer's going to have to just stay in his base and turtle. Turtling is just like it sounds. It's when you act like a turtle. If you put your hand close to him or put your army close to him in this case, you go back into the shell, and that's what Boxer's doing. He's trying to get a larger army. Meanwhile, the Zerg player doing exactly what a good Zerg player should be doing. He's just massing up. He's getting all of these extractors. He's going to have a lot of Vespian Gats. That's going to allow him to have a ton of tech units, as well as getting an additional hatchery, so he can do larva inject on the layer and the hatchery at the same time, making him just massive in size.
That's right, and at the same time, it's very FruitDealer of him. He is getting every single upgrade, drops, overlord speed, attacks, and it looks like we are going to have something pretty cool here.
On the ledge.
Thor drop by Boxer. There really are not that many anti-air units right now. Boxer has to be very careful. He does not want to let that Thor get picked off. And burrowed banelings right outside the front of Boxer's base. That could be potentially devastating for a push. Very well positioned there. But Boxer's still on the ledge, just picking off this gas. Best part about this Thor drop, even if the Thor drops down to red life, you can always pull it back and repair it. But it looks like Boxer is committing to Thor dropping.
He's going to make turrets up here. He's going to use the Thor to shoot down anything that can spot up here, because in StarCraft 2, if you can't see it, you can't attack it. And that's what's going on in this case. Meanwhile, he's making Marines, turrets, and if he can, he'll probably drop a siege tank over here and eventually try to take out this hatchery.
Now, luckily for FruitDealer, the drop upgrade is almost done. You see he's gathering his roaches and zerglings right there. He's going to load them into the overlords in just a second and clear that ledge off. So basically, perfect timing on the drop upgrade by FruitDealer.
Another expansion coming up here for the Zerg. He knows he might be at risk of losing his base. He certainly can't mine from it at an optimal level. It looks like about these 3 patches are in range of the Thor. So what, he's getting like a little bit less than, or he has a little bit more than, I don't want to do the math on it, but he doesn't have enough mineral patches. I was going to try to turn that into a fraction. I can't do this right now. So he's going to do a Baneling drop over here.
Oh, but there's a huge drop coming up to the Thor drop on the ledge. Huge number of roaches being dropped. Boxer does not have enough to defend. The bunker is now finished. Banelings annihilate the Marines. The Thor will end up falling. And at the same time, at the natural expansion, he's moving down for a Baneling drop. He needs to unload. Oh, my goodness. The Reaver does exist in StarCraft 2. It's just that Zerg has it.
So unbelievable control right now. We actually just so happen to have the Infestation Pit coming up here for FruitDealer. Meanwhile, I got to say, it'd be pretty tough. Yeah, because you can see from SlayerSBoxer's view, he knows it'd be pretty tough to actually get out on the map right now. But it looks like he's going to go ahead and what?
Probably
he might
drop this
the
Thor
Thor
on the Banelings.
This might, if that's what he's going to do, this will make all the Banelings. He's trying to use the Thor to force the Banelings to absorb the damage, but FruitDealer doesn't bite.
Oh, and he's having Stim to run away again. That's very bad for Boxer. FruitDealer being relentless in his attack, surrounding the Thors. Banelings into a Thor, and he pushes through with some roaches. But a lot of Banelings were invested in killing that one Thor.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that that was the best exchange right there for FruitDealer. He did a good amount of damage, but the Banelings need to be finished, and here's the second push by FruitDealer. Overlord's full of Banelings. They're unloading the Banelings, trying to pick up the Marines, but Boxer's micro's too good for that. Crushes this force. Banelings seem to do nothing. Boxer's army that seems so small is doing so much damage.
This is absolutely unbelievable. A ton of roaches flowing out, though. Battling Thor Marauders, something that roaches probably shouldn't battle. And Boxer beautifully picks up that Thor, and it looks like he wants to go harass with it a bit more.
He's going to try to drop the Thor up here, do what he did before. I don't know if it's actually going to work. Now, here's the problem for SlayerSBoxer right now is he doesn't have another base he can get very easily, especially given these positions. Well, hold that thought. We'll watch this Thor get chased out. He would like to expand here, but of course that's too close to the Zerg's base. He would like to expand here, but obviously FruitDealer can just drop creep if Command Center gets close there. So Boxer basically has to win this with some kind of a push right now, and he's not going to attack here or here unless it's a drop. He's going to try to push into the heart and take out all the Zerg's tech structures here.
Now, right now, Boxer is getting Banshee cloaking and the Banshee. And that is actually awesome to see a late game switch over to Banshees with cloaking.
And it looks like a bunch of roaches coming at the front. Oh, and he takes out the command center. Oh, FruitDealer so sharp with that timing. Just wants to prevent Boxer really from being able to do anything except macro off these few bases. And oh my
God, there's 25 Banelings. That's a lot of Banelings. Hold that thought, though. Thor coming over here. He wants to try to relocate or force his army to relocate so he can do a push again with this army. Let's see if it works.
Looks like it's picking off a couple of drones, but the burrow upgrade allows those drones to escape safely. There's a little bit of damage being done to that hatch. Anything that Boxer can do at this point in time to help him stay alive, he will, and he is going to land up here on the high ground. You can hit that hatchery from this high ground ledge, so he will be taking out the Overlord first, but it is that giant wad of Banelings that is outside the front of FruitDealer's base. Oh goodness, loading up into Overlords. What does he have planned?
I think we're going to see some classic FruitDealer here. Engage with the roaches, drop Banelings all over everything. It's pretty gross, Day 9.
This is going to be brutal here. Now you can see Boxer, he was known for his dropship micro in StarCraft 1. You can really see that shining here in StarCraft 2. This Thor is actually doing a very good job of making this expansion almost useless. So even though the Zerg is ahead by an extra base, there's really only 2 drones mining here. And you can see he's going to do it again, trying to take out drones over here.
And Hellions in the center trying to pick off some of those Banelings. Oh no! Losing track of control for just 1 second, losing half of those Hellions, trying to move out here again.
Mutas.
And it looks like Mutas are out in the center of the base, and
Now, something interesting to add right now, Boxer has 3 Banshees with cloaking, and that is pretty scary because FruitDealer has no Overseers. No one ever expects someone to actually switch over to cloaked Banshees at this point in the game, so those could do an insane amount of damage when he first shows them.
FruitDealer is just sitting and waiting. Some of you might be wondering, well, why does he just kill him if he's ahead? Well, that's not the way you want to do it. Karen, you want to wait for them to move out of the map so the siege tanks, if they have them, are not in siege mode. Okay. Oh, my God. Look at that.
Uh-oh, little burrow Banelings. Oh, my goodness. Oh! Doesn't do as much damage. And there's the scan and the cleanup. And this is everything for Boxer right now. He needs to do so much damage, but most of the Banelings are loaded up into the air. The Banshees are doing damage. The Thors are trying to spread out. There's the stim. He needs to pick off these Banelings, and then he needs to pick off these Overlords. Boxer trying to micro, but the Roach is cleaning everything up. Overlord still chasing, unloading, annihilating everything. Oh, FruitDealer cleans Boxer's army up very easily.
That might be game. I don't know if he can actually recover from that, even if it is SlayerSBoxer. As you can see, expansion being taken over here on the left. I know we've run on the action. Just had to point that out. Box should clean up, but can this small force do enough damage to allow him to get ahead? Where is his army? Where are actually all the Zerg units?
Most of them are loaded up into these overlords,
Okay.
just waiting patiently to hit at the right time. Target firing on all of those Thors, and there's the unload. The only thing that's really fighting anything at this point are those Banshees, but all the Mutalisks can easily take those out, and Boxer is running out of options rapidly.
And as we see in the supply right now, FruitDealer with 150 against just 86 for Boxer. Boxer, his naturals mined out, his main is mined out. You see he wants to bring the command center out to expand somewhere else, but that is not a good sign because FruitDealer is just taking more and more bases, and his income is looking quite fine.
So far, things are looking pretty good for FruitDealer. He's handled this pretty well. Now, if Boxer can't get this gold expansion up, expect GG. Mules over here at the gold base are quite good. I don't know. The FruitDealer, his fruit is deadly. He comes in here, he's just gonna literally, he's overrunning. He actually target fires the command center to make sure he's gonna have to build another one if he even tries to get away with that. There
And
it is.
there's GG.
Unbelievable game. The FruitDealer has done it. I gotta get the next game loaded up and change some settings on here. You two please talk about the game.
You know what is so fun about watching FruitDealer play is that it actually looks like the Zerg. Expanding all over the place, giant swarms of units, things falling out of overlords, Mutalisks just sort of popping up out of nowhere. Unbelievably fun to watch. I should probably be analyzing what went on, but that was actually really awesome to see.
You know, I really like that game, the tech switches. Both players are such experts. Boxer switched tech a few times and went from Reaper expansion into some mech, bio, and then into mech, and then into Cloaked Banshees. In the meantime, FruitDealer, you know, he just went for kind of everything at once as he normally does in the mid-game.
Yeah.
So we saw just about all the units in that game, and that's wonderful.
Yeah, and you know, one thing that is so impressive to me about FruitDealer in that game is most of the end part was Boxer trying to push out with huge amounts of Thors and Hellions and Marine Marauders, but just getting shut down again and again. All of that was after Boxer almost won the game with that initial push. Incredible defense by FruitDealer, popping out Zerglings and Roaches in just the right composition at just the last second, and I honestly thought that FruitDealer was going to lose a very short game.
Yeah, it really did look like that. Boxer's micro was actually outstanding, but the drones just kept them on the run. They could never sit there and do the critical damage that he actually needed to take that game.
And it looks like the next map is going to be Metalopolis.